Hi, my name is Kelly Meyer. I am a special education teacher in Kansas City, Kansas, and I am going to discuss with you my why. To begin, one of the reasons I initially got into education is because I was coaching club volleyball. I participated in sports all through high school and junior college, and I really enjoyed the aspect of leading. I enjoyed being on the court. I enjoyed the camaraderie and the teamwork that it took. I had phenomenal coaches that led me through my career in sports, and then I was able to in turn do so in returning the coaching aspect. I coached club volleyball for over 24 years, and I really loved leading kids. I loved seeing them succeed, showing them how, teaching them, making sure they had that understanding. Um, I've always worked in a school. I have been a library clerk, a secretary. I have done middle school girls basketball. I've been a paraprofessional. Um, there's not much that I have not done in a school building. I learned a lot of different routes and ins and outs of a school office. I worked in a food production center and understood what it took to keep the schools running on that end in a big district. And I was able to also follow and watch my mom over the years as she is a retired school superintendent. And so I saw her in all of almost the same identical roles that I'm in, although she was high school and I'm elementary. And I was able to see her continue to push to succeed. I was able to watch her pass a bond issue in a smaller town. I watched her um, every year grow and get better, work with community members, and it inspired me to want to give more back to a community that I was a part of or that I was involved in. I think that it's really important to have those connections within the community, to connect with all of the families in your building, if possible, all of the children and students in your school, and all of the staff. And I was able to meet a lot of people through her. I was able to watch her close up and from a distance. Um, I have two boys that I raised, and one is 23 and one is 15, and I was in both of their buildings. I was always the classroom mom. I would always show up and set up the holiday or fall parties. I went into school on times that I had and did sight word work with students. I was always in the building as much as I could be. Along with going back to volleyball, I also was we ran a club, volleyball club, and so we did a lot of facilities events. We hosted a lot of volleyball tournaments. We organized a lot of events through volleyball that helped me understand the function and the running of a building. So on top of that, following my mom, watching my mom, and getting that inspiration from her, being my own inspiration to my own kids, being able to show them what can be done in the classroom, what can be done outside of the classroom in a school setting. Um, Showing kids through coaching. I've coached all the way from fifth grade girls all the way up to the NAIA level, the collegiate level. We did a lot of traveling then, and so we did a lot of itineraries, a lot of planning, a lot of discussions um, with that. And so I've had a broad scope of student athletes I have pushed. And it is also carried over into the classroom, that teamwork and that leadership, that understanding of we have to work together to get to achieve a goal. Um, I returned to school later in life. My goal was to be done with my schooling before my son graduated high school, and I met that goal. Um, and so here I am on the path, and after having some years of teaching SPED under my belt, I want to be able to have a difference in the community and in the building that I'm in. I'm in a very high trauma area with the students that I work with the staff. It keeps us very much so on our toes. But the community has a need for people that understand and are willing to support and go above and beyond to pull the community in, to work with those children, to work with those students, to push. And I have a feeling that the leadership that's in my building and all of the buildings that I have had an opportunity to be a part of. I have about half a dozen between high school and elementary buildings I have been in. I have made a great effect in, and I think that with those experiences, I will be able to bring that to my leadership, and I'll be able to give back. So that is my why. I'm very passionate about my job and my career, and I love getting up. I have no issues going to work every day. I absolutely love it. And with the organizational skills that I carry, I know that this is where I'm supposed to be.